I'm Tim Stevens, and this is the 2024 Mazda CX-90. It's one of the newest three-row SUVs on the market and one of the few that's available with a plug-in hybrid powertrain. But is this upstart really good enough to stand up to established contenders like the Volvo XC90? We're going to run you through all the numbers and then give it the full Capital One review treatment to find out. Under the hood, we have a 2.5-liter four-cylinder that's mated with an electric motor, both of which send their power through an 8-speed automatic transmission. You're looking at 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. Up to 56 miles per gallon equivalent if you do plug it in, use a hybrid system, and if you plug it in, you can go up to 26 miles of all-electric range. Up front, we have LED headlights and 21-inch alloy wheels at all four corners. Around back, this one doesn't have a hitch receiver, but if it did, it'd have 3,500 pounds of maximum towing. We have LED taillights, a power lift gate. Lift this to expose 14.9 cubic feet of storage behind the third row. Fold that down, and that expands to 40 cubic feet. Fold the second row down, and you have 74.2 maximum cubic feet of storage. Inside, we have seating for 7 across 3 rows. Both the second row and the front row are heated, but up front we also add ventilation, and there's also power adjustment with memory. The steering wheel is also heated, and there's shift paddles around back. And there's a tri-zone climate control system here too. We have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with a 12.3-inch touchscreen as well. That has integrated navigation, or if you want, you can bring your own with wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And there's a wireless phone charge as well to keep your phone juiced up. That's connected to a 12-speaker Bose sound system. You've also got a heads-up display, and out on the sides, power heated folding side view mirrors. And up top, we have a power panoramic moonroof. All right, those are all the numbers. Let's hit the road and see how it drives. Heading out in the CX-90, starting in EV mode, which again will get you about 26 miles maximum if you drive pretty conservatively. But more impressively, you can actually take this thing up to full speed. You can run this up on the highway if you want to without causing the internal combustion engine to spin up. I'm crossing 60 miles an hour and it's still smoothly accelerating, which means you can go on the highway. Most people could do a full commute without having to burn any gasoline at all. That's really one of the key advantages of having a plug-in hybrid system. If you plug it in, you could reasonably commute, maybe even both ways, to work and back without burning any gasoline at all. But when you do want more power, a little bit more response, you can toggle up to normal mode or even into sport mode to get yourself out of the EV mode. At that point, the gasoline engine kicks in and gives you plenty of power. Now, this is not the most responsive SUV on the planet at all, but that combination of the torque from the electric motor plus the higher end power from the gasoline engine gives you good throttle response both at high speed and low speed, whether you're accelerating away from a light or out here on a racetrack. But again, this isn't really meant to be a sporty SUV by any means at all. It's more of a comfortable SUV, and it's got the ride quality and the quiet to kind of match that as well. But more importantly, it's got a really nice and well-designed interior that I like a lot. Now, maybe comparing it to the Volvo, as I did earlier, might seem a little bit aspirational, but honestly, I feel like this thing is punching above its weight. The interior fit and finish is not quite up to par with the Volvo XC90. It doesn't quite have that Scandinavian minimalism that we all love so much in Volvos, but it's not far off. And while the white interior choice might not be the optimal color for a lot of people with families, especially if you have kids who aren't happy unless half their Kool-Aid is spilled on the floor, but this is still a really fresh and nice looking interior, and again, the materials are generally quite nice. Again, it's a quiet ride. We've got good technology. We've got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, integrated navigation. Pretty much everything you want in an SUV that looks good, drives well, and is substantially cheaper than the Volvo.
For more information on the latest cars, trucks, and SUVs, visit the Capital One Auto Learning Center in the link below and follow our channel.